Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. We come to you every Monday with stories and letters from viewers, and we're glad you're here with us today.
We're coming to you from the Villages, Florida.
On today's show, are we too far from the beaches? Does bad health care keep people away? A brand new bubble wrap?
Hi there, Jerry and Linda. On this week's Bubble Wrap, I'm going to show you some of the annual maintenance items you should be doing around your house here in the Villages that will make some of your appliances last longer and make your life easier. That's on this week's Bubble Wrap.
A new Ask Amy, and lots more.
Hit it,
Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
What did we do this week? Let's see. Well, it was Veterans Day last Monday.
Right.
And after the show, we ventured up to the Veterans Memorial Park in Spanish Springs, where we actually have bricks for our sons. We have 3 sons in the military, and we bought a brick so that they'd be,
Be honored.
Yeah, be honored
it's
up
not
there.
in memory, but it's in honor
Yeah.
of them. And we enjoyed that day. And it was nice because we got to visit with a couple of the veterans that were wandering around
Yeah.
after the program. So
They're really
it was
nice.
really fun to meet them.
Yeah. And thanks to all of you that contributed, either at Cody's last week or to the GoFundMe. That GoFundMe is still up. We were trying to get $10,000. We're a little short of that. If you want to donate, now's the time, because tomorrow we're going to take that GoFundMe down. And all that money is going to the Florida Disaster Fund, which helps Florida hurricane victims. And I know we were so fortunate and thankful, so we really want to help them out. And if you do, just go to our GoFundMe page. I'll put that in the description of the video, and you can go and make it a donation if you like. And remember, it's getting ready for Christmas. Have you done your shopping? We still haven't done hardly any.
Yeah, we've done a little, not much, little things.
Yeah. And it's fun when you have grandkids. We want to buy them stuff that's fun, and yet we want to get them stuff that is helpful and helps mom and dad out. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of a poser every year what to
It
get the
is.
kids for
It
Christmas.
is.
You know what? I want to get them a silly putty and
You're remembering your childhood.
yeah, things to have fun with. And,
Yeah.
the parents want tickets to Disney World and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're in the middle of that. If you are going to buy anything from Amazon, please use our Amazon storefront. Doesn't cost you a penny more, but we will get a little commission from Amazon if you do that, and that will help out our channel. Let's go to our viewer video question. This is Mike and Margot.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. It's Margot and Mike in Virginia on the Chesapeake Bay. We're just eating oysters and drinking wine with some friends on this blustery November day. We wanted to tell you we appreciate all the work you do and all the effort you put into your content. We look forward to your shows every week.
And we have a question for you. Do you get fresh oysters in the Villages? Also, we hope you're doing great. We wish you well. And Jerry, we hope you are healing beautifully. And
We'll see you when we get there.
They are so nice.
They are.
And they're going on our cruise here shortly, so we'll
looking
get to
forward.
see them. But fresh oysters, which I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Where can you get those?
Well, you can get them around the Villages. They're going to be actually in the Leesburg, there's a place called Bubba's Seafood Shack.
Bubba.
And you can go there and get some fresh fish.
Fresh fish, steamed fish,
And there's a market.
boiled fish. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. There's also Fresh Market. They say they have fresh fish also there, and a few other places in the Villages. So you'll be able to find some fresh fish.
I'm not much on seafood, although I do love, white fish, cod, haddock, halibut, stuff like that. Love it, love it. But I'm not much, but back in Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville,
Yeah,
there was a place called Mazzoni's.
that's right.
Have any of you ever been to Mazzoni's? They had oysters, and they would roll them in big balls of flour and whatever they're
Like a big dough
special.
ball.
Their special mix.
Rolled oysters.
And man, I would love to just break that open and eat the special mix and throw the oyster away.
Your mother did the same thing. And you know what? We had a tradition back in the day when Connie and Carol and I grew up. We went to our grandparents' house, and we had oyster stew for Christmas Eve. And if you've not had oyster stew, it's quite different. It's got a very pungent taste, oyster stew, and we cook it in steamed milk and little spices in there, whatever. But that was a tradition, and with little oyster crackers. But that was Christmas Eve for us.
I don't want anything with a pungent taste. Why would anybody want to eat something with a pungent
It was an
taste?
acquired taste, and we learned to do that at Christmas time. I don't know why my grandparents did
I
that.
know, it's all personal taste, because when you cook cabbage, it smells so bad.
Yes, it does.
But a lot of people love it.
I love sauerkraut, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you open the can of sauerkraut, same thing.
Well, thanks, Mike and Margot, for the question. We appreciate it. And who knows, maybe I'll try one of those oysters one day.
And Mark Roberts sent us this picture from Colorado Springs area. 2 feet of snow.
Yeah, he sent a couple of photos, and look at that on that table. That's amazing. And
well, they
I don't-
also canceled classes that day
At the Air Force
at
Academy?
the Air Force Academy
Yeah.
because of the snow.
we
Yeah.
kind of keep up on that because our youngest went there. But that was a beautiful area. I love it. And, I saw a picture of a blizzard the other day. Not a blizzard, but, one of those, like a Thomas Kincaid, where you're looking out a window and the little snowfall coming. It looks so nice.
Little snow globes. Huh?
I wouldn't mind visiting, going for a weekend in a nice area with
Yeah.
snow, but every day, no thank you. I'll take this weather like we have right here.
Yeah.
Right now, the weather it's what you want. It's the weather that you put on a postcard.
Yeah, it
So good.
really is. We have the doors open and the screens are in, and we're hearing the flag out front, and then I'm hearing the chimes out back.
The Sandhill cranes just flew by.
We heard them.
And they were going honk, honk,
Yeah,
honk.
they
So you may hear some cars going by. You might hear some birds honking, but that's why we've got our doors open. We don't open them very much. In the summertime,
No, it's humid. No.
not even at 7 or 8 at night, we don't open the doors. It's no good. No good. This question's from someone named Anonymous, and they don't know how to spell anonymous. You found out firsthand how bad healthcare is there. Are you now going to quit asking people to move there? Well, Anne, first of all,
And
you like that?
I like it.
We never ask people to move here. You have to do what's good for you. Just like we just talked about the heat in the summertime. Some people just hate that. Doesn't bother us. We're used to it now. But the fall and spring are what you want here. That's so good. It's worth putting up with the other.
Yeah, it really is.
And the winter's not bad. You'll have some days in the high 30s, but not too many, not more than a handful.
no.
And the days usually get up to 50 or 60. We love it. We love it. So we don't ask people to move here. If they do, we welcome everybody with open arms. And I'll tell you what, you can imagine how many people we bump into almost every day. What do they say? Are they sorry they moved here?
They're not sorry. You're the reason we're here, they'll say. But, we don't make people move here. We just tell them how we enjoy it. So, look at our videos and check it out. There will be cold days. There's going to be rainy days, for sure.
We live so close to our neighbors. Some people could never tolerate that.
Yeah.
You have to come and check it out for yourself.
That's right.
But nope, and as far as the healthcare being bad, it's ridiculous. I had a great 4-day stay in the Leesburg Hospital. Now, nobody wants to be in the hospital.
No.
But those nurses were so considerate and kind and tried to be quiet at night. When they come in to wake you up, take your pills, they came in and tried to not even bother me if they could. When they were taking your blood pressure in the middle of the night and things.
Yeah.
I give them A+. And also, our good friend Butch and his wife Elaine are now in the hospital now. Butch broke a hip, and he's having a hip replacement, hip surgery, and they are just oohing and ahhing over the good care that they're getting in Leesburg. So I disagree with you. We love our doctor.
We do.
We have a cardiologist and a general doctor, and we think a lot of them. We really like them. And the hospital has treated us so well.
Maybe if we complained, it was a little bit miscommunication, but that happens. We don't hope it happens very often.
Well, we were in there on a weekend, and a weekend, you don't have as many people on staff, but it was still good, and I didn't complain. I was happy with it.
He did not
So,
complain.
Anonymous, you got your facts wrong.
Yeah.
And if you think it's terrible here, then don't come. But if you think you're interested, take a visit and see what's up.
That's right. This next question is from Jean Boggs. Oh, I don't know how to say that for sure, but anyway, there you go. My son and family will be visiting in January. Their baby will be 11 months old when they come. Besides the family pools, what places, if any, can we take them that will be appropriate for a baby that age? Also, would a golf cart be safe in that situation? Thanks for what you do. Well, Jean, there are lots of people that visit the villages that bring babies. You are going to be very much welcome at the family pools, and that's where you want to go because there'll be all other children, other babies, you know. It's great. We love seeing the babies at the pool. And if you do rent a golf cart or have a golf cart, hopefully you'll get one with maybe four forward. How do they say that, Jerry? Is that right?
Well, there are
Facing
some,
forward.
not
Because
many.
if you're in a golf cart, you're not going to strap a baby in a seat. You're going to have an adult hold the baby, or we have used a car seat actually.
Yeah, you'll want, if you have a little infant and you plan to do a lot of driving in a golf cart, you'll want a car seat.
Yeah.
So that's the way to do it, and
Yeah.
people do it all the time. Most of the time, you'll see people put the baby under their arm, and if they have a lot of kids, they'll be all over the place. That's not really
It's
safe.
not very safe,
But
right?
you can do it. Just strap in your baby. You definitely have to have a golf cart with seat belts to do that.
Also, they take them to the squares. The kids love to go to the squares, and it's a lot to see. You know, your people watching. The music's going. It's a lot of fun. Children are welcome in the villages for sure.
It's time for bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. On this week's Bubble Wrap, I'm going to recap some of the items that you can do around your house that will make your appliances last longer. The one that got the most traction by far is the water heater flushing. It involves vinegar and a pump. You can see my tankless water heater behind me, and it's something that I do about every 6 months to get rid of all the calcification that accumulates inside. Here's the kit I got on Amazon. It consists of a pump, some hoses, and this big bucket. That's my extension cord. It's something you should do approximately 6 months to a year, and it will really help your water heater last longer. I did a bubble wrap on this one before, and it involves the filters inside your automatic dishwasher. They're located underneath the basket here. This one comes out. You can rinse this underneath the faucet. There's another one down in there. You can rinse that one as well. It's easy, and it'll keep your dishwasher from stinking. Another bubble wrap on your washer. If you have a top loader, there's a gasket in here that you can take a wet paper towel and go around and get rid of the dust and whatever accumulates in there. It's a good thing to keep this clean. This was a recent bubble wrap. Behind your refrigerator, there's an access panel that you can take down, and behind it are your condenser coils. You need to get those clean with a brush and a vacuum. Here's one that I did recently. If the drains in your bathroom are smelling bad, put a little vinegar and baking soda down in there and let it sit for about a half hour, and then rinse it with warm water. That'll keep your drains smelling nice. Got a golf car in your garage with a sunbrella like I have here? The snaps can rust, but the key to keeping them from rusting is chapstick. Just put a little dot on each snap, and you can rub it in if you want, and it'll keep it from rusting. I've heard from some Jerry and Linda viewers that these bubble wraps add to their husband's honey-do list. Sorry, guys, but these are things you can do around the house every 6 months to a year just to keep things running smoothly. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thank you, Peter. Peter's a popular segment here on the show.
No.
And he has so many things, and just those pointers to get your home ready for winter. It's great, and we look forward to what you bring us next week, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Today for entertainment, we have a treat for you. We were able to venture up to the Sharon Morse Performing Arts Center in Spanish Springs, which is just beautiful. It's an old church, and it has a magnificent auditorium. You're going to see that here in just a minute. But we were so thrilled to be able to speak with Whitney Morse. Whitney is a performer.
She is. She has performed in New York. She performs around here and even in Ocala and some in Winter Park area. So she is a fabulous little actress and she can sing, and we enjoyed meeting her. She's just like everybody else, down to earth. And Whitney has agreed to tell us all about what's happening at the Sharon during the month of December.
Now, Linda, I know you usually do the entertainment around here, but I'm going to take it off your hands for just this one episode because we have an amazing December coming up at the Sharon. We've got entertainment in the month of December from the 1st all the way through till the 18th. First up, on December 1st, we have the Spirit of the Season Barbershop. It's 4 barbershop quartets singing holiday favorites. So if you love those tight harmonies, this is the place to be on December 1st. Now, the very next day, on December 2nd, we have the country music sensation, Shenandoah. And Linda, Jerry, I know y'all are fans, so you better be there. I hope to see ya. And then following that on the 3rd, we have Voctiv. Voctiv is a personal favorite of mine. If you've ever been to Epcot and had the pleasure of seeing the Voices of Liberty, many of the performers that are former Voices of Liberty performers are in Voctiv. It's that beautiful, crystal clear a cappella sound, and they're from just down the street. So it's going to be a lovely and beautiful and inspiring evening. And then again, on the very next day, I told you guys, it's packed. We're going straight through. We have the Nutcracker on December 4th. And I'm super excited to bring this company's Nutcracker because it's Dance Alive. And Dance Alive is from Gainesville, Florida. They're a wonderful dance company, and I absolutely love bringing local companies to the Sharon. They're right in your backyard. You don't have to drive to Gainesville to see it. So come on over and check out the Nutcracker on December 4th. Right after the Nutcracker on the 4th, on December 5th, we have the Keys to Christmas Lobby Cabaret. Now this one is sold out, but I think if you show up on the day, we might be able to get you in. It's Gary Powell and Sean Pollock. We've got piano and organ, Christmas music filling up our beautiful lobby with the stained glass and everything. It's sure to bring on the Christmas cheer. Following that, on December 6th, it's 'Tis the Season. Now this is with David Cook, Maddie Poppy, and Trent Harmon. That's going to be an amazing time. And then on December 8th, we have the Kingdom Choir. Now the Kingdom Choir might sound familiar to you if you are a fan of the royal family. They most recently sang as a group for the royal wedding, and they're coming here to the Sharon, so I feel very royal getting to tell you about that. And then on December 10th through the 12th, we have Tina, the musical. It is part of our Broadway series. It is the story of Tina Turner's life with Tina Turner's music, and I guarantee you, you get the whole thing. You get the hair, you get the tassel-y dress, you get the legs. It's amazing. You don't want to miss it. On December 16th, we have Home for the Holidays. This is a night of music featuring P.O. Bryson. Yes, P.O. Bryson, Ruben Studdard, and Haley Reinhart. It's going to be a spectacular evening. And we are going to close out our holiday season with our hometown favorite, Villages Philharmonic Orchestra's holiday show. So please come and hang out with us. It's going to be a cheerful and vibrant and joyful holiday season here at the Sharon.
Well, that was great. Sierra and her kind staff up there were so nice to us, so we appreciate all of you very much. From Russ and Mary Lou. My husband and I are wondering if there are any solar panels on homes in the Villages. We visited the Villages last April and didn't notice any. Well, yes, there are. Not a whole lot. Most of the solar panels that you see are fabric. You're probably talking about the glass solar panels, and there are some of those. What you have to remember is the roofs here in the Villages are replaced every 12 to 15 years. And if you have solar panels, that makes the job a little more difficult and a little more expensive. Plus, when we got here, we thought the electric bills were pretty reasonable. They have creeped up, or is it crept up? They've crept up. Crept?
I don't know. I've not used that word crept.
Crept. They've crept up a little bit. And I don't know if it's logical or not. I've heard it's not really logical with the cost of solar. There used to be some government rebates and things like that. But yep, to answer your question, more than you ever wanted, yes. there are solar panels here.
This next question is from Fanny. An hour is too far to drive to the beach. Why put up with the rest of the bad stuff in Florida if you're not at the beach? Well, I don't know what other bad stuff you're talking about, but you know what? I enjoy the feeling that I can go this way for an hour or that way for an hour, and then I can get to lots of beaches. So I have a lot more choices, actually. Don't you think, Jerry?
Well, it's not an hour to the beach. It's more like 2 hours to the
Yeah.
beach. So it's even worse than you thought, Fanny. Where'd you get that name? But I was thinking that Florida is like a bowl of chili. When I was a kid, I ate chili, but I hated the beans. And Florida's like that. I've now become older, and I don't mind. I like the beans. I eat the whole thing, and that's like Florida. Now I don't mind the heat. It's good. I take the whole thing. I eat the whole thing. So that's it.
Yeah.
But Fanny, it's 2 hours to the beach. We love Florida. There are bugs, but they don't bother us. It's hot. That doesn't bother us. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of entertainment. There's a lot of things to go do within an hour or two from our home. It's not bad. Stephanie in Tennessee writes, I'm wondering about the heating in the villages. We're not big fans of gas heating for houses, stoves, hot water heaters, and dryers. I've heard gas is common. Is electric heating abundant as a choice in the villages as well? I didn't read that very well.
Well, I don't think it was written
Stephanie,
very well.
but anyway,
Sorry.
I got what you're saying. We don't have a gas stove. We're all electric in Dunedin. Now, that's our neighborhood. Some neighborhoods are not. Some neighborhoods have both. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what, we know someone that lives near Austin, Texas, and their home blew up about 3 weeks ago while they were sleeping. Killed both of them from a gas explosion. Mm-hmm. And so we've always been a little leery of that.
Never mind. I was going to say, here's a question. I'm not sure the homes are heated with gas. I know some of them have gas for gas stoves.
I'm not sure if you can turn off your gas service if you lived in, say, for example, Chitty Chatty.
Right.
And you wanted to turn off the gas service, if you would still have to pay a monthly maintenance fee or whatever they call that, a facility fee.
Yeah.
But all the homes down there have gas. I think that's the same in Marsh Bend and St. Catherine and lots of the newer places, and some even in the older places up north. So you'd have to ask somebody that knows better than us. And viewers, please chime in and let her know.
This is from Julie, but I have a simple and personal question for you. Jerry will not know this one. Can you recommend a doctor or facility that you have heard does great Botox work here in the village? Well, Julie, we've been to a couple of places and we found a really good one. I think you turned out really good, Jerry.
If any of you know a place that you want to share with her, please do. It's time for the word jumble. Last week, we asked you about a hazard in the villages, and that answer, of course, was an easy one, sinkholes. Yeah. And this week, their light show draws a crowd. If you figure that out, let us know, but don't put the answer down there because it spoils it. All right? It's time for Ask Amy.
Hey everyone, so today's topic is practical advice. Not necessarily legal advice, but practical advice. How can you help your administrators after you pass away? So this also applies for incapacity as well. You might have all your documents in place, your power of attorney, your healthcare surrogates, your will or your trust, but what's really important is that your administrators actually know where your assets are. So if they don't know where your checking account is or your IRA or life insurance, no one is going to call them to say, hey, we have an account out here that's in so-and-so's name and you're the beneficiary. They don't do that. So it's very important that you have a list of all of your assets along with all of your monthly expenses. That can be very helpful, especially if you become incapacitated. Then your administrators know what bills to be expected, and also we advise to say how those bills are actually paid. Are they paid with a credit card, automatic payment to a bank withdrawal? Are they paid with a check? Have all that stuff listed out so your administrators can find those. That is some helpful advice that's not necessarily legal advice.
We always appreciate the folks over there at the Pittman Law Office. They graciously agreed to help us out once in a while with these questions, and they do such a wonderful job.
It's time for Out and About.
Well, we went to Mallory Hill. That's a country club up on Morse Boulevard. Sits up on a hill. That's a hilly area there. It's a rarity here in the Villages.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful view up there. And we had gone there a long time ago, a lot.
Yeah.
They used to have Italian night, and they'd have burger night, and they would have fish night and chicken day. And,
Yeah.
it was good. And now it's been taken over by new ownership, the Suleiman brothers.
Yeah.
And Jack is in charge of this restaurant. We got to chat with him at the table for a little bit. Okay, what'd you get?
I had the black and blue burger with some onion rings, and I found it was a very nice big burger, but it wasn't to my liking perfectly because it was just a teeny bit dry. I don't like a little dry burger, but I love the black and blue. I love blue cheese on my burger. That was delicious.
What'd you get for a side?
I had onion rings.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I shared those with you.
Okay, well, I know, but they don't know, So.
I had onion rings and they were great.
Okay, and I got the Sloppy Joe special. It was $10.99, and who doesn't love a good Sloppy Joe, don't you? The taste was good. You see, it was like scooped out with an ice cream scoop on there. And honestly, the Sloppy Joe needed a little more sloppy. It was a little on the dry side. And I like soft buns.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I do. And it wasn't the best Sloppy Joe I've ever had. It won't stop me from going back again.
No.
But I hope they're watching and they will put a little more slop in that Joe.
I did notice the waitress we had, I cannot remember her name, but she was awesome. She took care of your iced tea. She just kept filling it up.
I called her a ninja because every time I turn around,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
She was so good.
Yeah, it was
She
good. The atmosphere's great. The view's great. We enjoyed it. We'll go back.
Yeah.
I had for a side chili. That chili was good. And there you can see our bill for two, so it wasn't so bad. And, like I said, we will definitely go back there again.
And now it's time for Jerry and Linda's shoutouts.
What can we say about you folks? We absolutely love getting to meet you, and you're so kind to us, and you really made our life here in the Villages basically a dream come true.
Yeah.
And that's why we appreciate you all so much. And please send us your pictures. And like these folks, we'd be happy to put your pictures up there on Mailbag Monday and let people see some more of the fine folks that we get to associate with. That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
We appreciate you tuning in. Join us on Wednesday for our live show. That'll be at 7 o'clock p.m. And we'll just shoot the breeze.
And make sure when you call in that you turn down your TV, because we had calls last week that we really had a problem with because you didn't turn down your TV or what you were watching, your YouTube channel, because it puts in such a crazy static bells feedback, and it was awful last Wednesday.
But by the way, all these shows are recorded, so you can go and watch them. But people are saying that was the funniest show ever because of all the trouble we had with the feedback.
And then our faces, because we were making all kinds of oh my goodness, what's happening?
It was funny and frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I think that's going to do it for us here. You have anything else to add?
If you enjoyed our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share with all your friends, neighbors, and relatives. Until next time.
See you when you get here.